There's a long, long trail winding into the land of my dreams, where the nightingales are singing and the white moon beams. There's a long, long night of waiting until my dreams all come true, till the day when I'll be going down that long, long trail with
you. Queen to B6.
Queen to B6, huh? You sure about that, Sammy?
Yeah, I think so. Looks about right to me.
Well, you know, this is the closest you've come to beating me in 10 years. So, do you want me to take you out in 3 moves or 5? Loser's choice.
Oh, it's very generous of you.
I'm being as gentle as I can. Well, he's my son, too.
You're a little old to be arguing custody, huh?
What?
Well, you just said he's my son, too.
Oh, did I? I don't know. Sam, I'm gonna be a minute, all right? I was just cleaning my rifle. Does it look all right to you?
Jesus Christ.
You okay, son?
No.
Well, you gotta get up anyway.
Thanks.
Now, if he comes after you again, you aim for some sensitive spot. His nut sack or his eyeball. Yeah?
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. You just keep hitting him. You just keep on hitting him and he will not bother you anymore.
Oh, you're awake.
Who are you?
Who do you think?
Shelby.
Bingo. Cool tattoo. What does FFD mean?
Nothing. Well, you've grown up since I last saw you.
We've met?
You were very young, yeah. How old are you now?
18.
Is that still high school?
College. Freshman.
Good for you. Oh. How long have I been out?
6 months. I'm kidding. Just like a day or so.
Where's George?
George? You mean Jerry?
Well, the good news is your father was found quickly after the stroke began. He got lucky. As we say with strokes, time lost is brain lost. The bad news is there was still some damage. Strokes cut off blood to the brain, and a host of symptoms can develop. Collectively, these symptoms are referred to as dementia. I'm prescribing drugs to thin his blood to prevent future clots. However, should he have another episode, use this.
What is it?
That is an aggressive thinner. In case of emergencies, use that to break up the clot and save his brain, but only in an emergency.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chandler.
Keep his blood pressure down, avoid stress. Keeping him calm will keep him alive.
Hey, George. Good to see you on your feet. You know, you really left me hanging there, buddy. I had to finish the game playing both sides myself. And you lost.
Selfish prick.
Hey, can I get you anything?
Strong cup of joe.
Yeah, how about decaf? None of the good stuff until your blood pressure goes down. Now, back in bed, old man.
Look, Grandpa, you're famous.
Shelby. Did you really point a gun at that kid?
It wasn't even loaded.
I didn't know you were a war hero.
I am a war hero. Not dead yet.
You can't go around pointing guns at kids. Hey, do you want to make that potato chip chicken tonight, Shelby? Your favorite?
Yeah, when I was like 9.
It would be very helpful.
What do you think, Grandpa? Since I'm the only girl here, does that mean I have to cook?
I'm sure he would appreciate it. Hey, Dad, you hungry? You okay, Dad? I'm glad you're okay, Dad.
Oh, Christ, you're a shedder, aren't you? Grandpa,
Who are you?
I was just...
Who the hell are you?
It's me, Shelby.
Get out of my house.
Dad?
What the hell's going on?
This bitch broke into my house.
Dad, this is Shelby. This is your granddaughter. Sit down.
No.
Sit the fuck down! Do you know who I am?
My son.
And you know that I have a daughter?
Yes, of course.
And she is also your granddaughter, and you never talk to her that way.
No. No. I'm sorry, son.
We need to find you someplace, a home that can handle this just until you get better.
This is my home.
We start looking tomorrow. End of discussion.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry. Is this the home of George Lockhart?
Yeah, I'm Jerry. I'm his son. Is this about the neighbor kid?
No. I was just sent by the hospital to check up on Mr. Lockhart. May I come in?
Yeah, of course. Come on in, Dr.
Nurse, Michelle Anderson. I specialize in mental health and stroke recovery.
Who is this?
Dad, this is the nurse.
We met briefly in the hospital. Do you remember me, Mr. Lockhart?
I've never seen you in my life.
Sorry, he's being difficult today.
No, it's okay. I'm sure he's had an eventful couple of days. I see you're a war hero.
I am.
Well, it's quite an honor. Do you mind if I just take a quick look at you? It'll really only take a minute.
I'm fine.
Could you sit down for me, please? Would you mind getting us a glass of water?
Of course.
I just want to talk to you about what's happening. What you're going through is more common than you think.
I'd rather be dead than a Jell-O eater.
Well, we won't let that happen. Just look straight ahead for me, please. You know, there are ways to retrain your body to behave the way in which you're familiar. Of course, it takes some patience. Are you going to be Mr. Lockhart's primary caregiver?
No, actually, Shelby and I just flew in to help George with his transition. Speak of the devil.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
We've actually started looking into assisted living communities in the area. If there are any that you can recommend, that'd be great.
Take a deep breath in for me. You know, there are many establishments that I'm sure George would likely enjoy. Of course, for the same price, you can afford a live-in nurse who specializes in stroke recovery and can take care of George in the comfort of his own home. I mean, you have a beautiful house.
It isn't his house.
I think Mr. Lockhart seems to be within normal parameters for recovery. I'll report back to your doctor.
Told you I was fine.
Thank you for your hospitality. I wish you guys all the best.
Could you do the home care?
For the right situation, yes. I can write you down my number, and if you want to give me a call to talk about it, we can do that.
Okay, well, we'll discuss it and get back to you. Thank you again for everything. Thanks.
She seems good.
What you think, Dad?
I don't like her.
Well, that's good enough for me.
You'd rather live in a shared room of dying old people than in your own house with one nurse?
She's got a lot of spirit, Georgie.
All right, hopefully this is more comfortable for you.
Why does he live in such a big house?
Well, I think he built it in the hopes that he would lure my mom and I back here to live with him.
It is a beautiful house. I gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me.
There's a lot of death in this house.
Yeah, well, don't tell George we're in here.
Why not, Georgie?
He's not everything you'd hoped he'd be. But I do know that he's happy to have you here, especially on your vacation. And I, for one, I couldn't do this on my own.
Then you can be the one to tell Mom why I'm not gonna see her till summer.
Yeah, do you think she'd take my call?
I kinda like this home nurse idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said it yourself. He built this house for you. I think the least you could do is give him this last chance.
What's all that you got there?
Oh, it's a combination of Western and Eastern medicine. You know, blood viscosity is unique to the person, so we want to make sure your blood is thin enough to move, but not too thin.
You're a walking pharmacy.
All right, guest room's all yours, Michelle. Shelby and I will be at a motel until the two of you decide whether this is a good fit or not.
Leaving already?
We won't be long. We're gonna come back and cook you dinner.
I don't know you, but I would like the chance.
Me too, Grandpa.
You're very lucky, George. You have a gorgeous family.
He doesn't like me much.
Well, I think he'll just need to get used to the situation.
What he needs is to get his wife back. You play chess?
Maybe later. You should rest now.
Oh, I'm not tired.
Oh, doctor's orders. I can give you just a small sleep aid.
That's not... Ow!
It's okay. Good rest will do you wonders. Sleep replenishes. Let's get you up here before we lose you altogether.
Oh. No, don't take that.
Oh. Wow. Would you look at that?
Vietnamese torture. Take you apart, piece by piece.
Is that what the tattoo is for?
No. All of us got one. We. Oh God, that stuff works fast. Whew.
George, your family is going to be here soon. You gave me quite a scare. You know, I found you outside the house. You were sleepwalking. I wish I would have known. Do you see these? I am going to have to keep these in my possession, okay? And if you have any more lying around the house, please let me know, George. You know why I have to do this, right?
You're locking me in.
It's for your own safety.
No. I forbid you to do this. I don't take orders from you. This is my house. My house!
Dementia sufferers are prone to wandering and can unknowingly put themselves in dangerous situations. It's actually standard protocol when the patient is a sleepwalker.
Did you hear that, Dad? It's for your own good.
I'm not deaf, goddammit, and I'm not a sleepwalker.
Where did he go?
I found him outside the house, lying on the ground.
That's a lie.
You could have ended up walking into traffic.
I could think of worse fates.
You know, if you want, I can set up an appointment with your doctor and you can go over everything with
No,
him.
that's okay.
Ah, of course it is.
How about I get started on dinner? Grandpa, do you need anything?
How about some tea?
I'll get it.
I can make the tea.
George, would you like to make the tea?
I can make tea. I'm not an idiot.
Why don't we play a little memory game? How do you make tea?
I said that I can make the tea. Oh.
Just tell me, George.
Hot water in a tea bag.
No. Tell me step by step, starting with how you get up out of the chair.
Get up from chair. You go to the kitchen. You put the teapot on the stove.
It's on the stove?
It's on the counter, but it goes on the stove. You put that on the stove. And then you find a cup. And then you find a tea bag.
What kind of tea is it, George?
No, it's a bag. It's a bag. And it's in a canister.
And then what's next, George?
You get some water, and you. God damn it.
Let's try something, okay? Just write it down step by step, okay?
Get up. Go to kitchen. Get teapot.
And then?
Get a cup. Get a tea bag. Water. Gotta have water in the teapot.
And then?
And then turn on burner. Boil water.
Okay. Excellent work.
Not bad, huh? Let's do another one.
After dinner.
I can't tell you how relieved we are to have found you. I mean, we're not exactly close, so I wasn't sure how this was all gonna shake out.
Well, I'm the one who's grateful. Your father is the perfect patient for someone like me.
George, perfect.
You sure about that? So, you got a boyfriend or what?
So we're going there now.
Just small talk.
More than I can handle.
Atta girl. Don't settle.
Easier said than done. That's your game? Distract him with charm and then going for the kill.
All right, Dad, we're heading out.
I'm only 6 moves away from beating the tar out of this one.
Don't get too cocky, old man. This isn't over.
We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Busy day.
Yeah.
You were a handsome soldier.
That's arguable.
I love these photos.
Hand me my cane.
These are great.
Those men. Best men I've ever known. Dead now, most of them. Most of them died then, actually. As As far as I know, I might be the last one on the left.
Did you see a lot of battle?
Some terrible memories.
Tell me your very worst memories.
I don't know. I think I drank the worst ones away.
You're an alcoholic.
I used to say I was a drinking man with a fishing problem. The smell of it makes me sick now.
Well, it must have been a very difficult time. You know, recalling memories that you would normally like to forget can be a helpful exercise, George. Think of it like shining a light into a darkened corner. Everything is still there, even when the light fades, isn't it? Owning your memories is a way to control them, George.
I've got so many. Too many.
Only your darkest.
You're a curious bird, aren't you? Okay. One night, about 2 months after we were captured, they bound me up. They tied me up to another soldier. And it was a hard road, and we all hung in there every day listening for that helicopter that was gonna come get us out of there. So that night, my bunkmate found a way to cut himself free. And I didn't know he was planning to do it, and I didn't notice him doing it. But I woke up in the middle of the night, and he was standing over me, crying. And I told him to be quiet and cut me free too. He wouldn't have it, and well, long story short, I lay there all bound up and watched him bleed out through the wrists. He had bitten through his wrist. Oh my God. It took him over an hour to die.
Which one was he?
Yeah, here he is. Right here, that's him. Yeah. He had a face made for radio. He was broken.
Not you, though.
Well, it took a toll on all of us.
But he won that award, the
Distinguished Service Cross.
Right. Oh, so you must have done something good.
Oh, I did. 3 nights later, I cut the throats of the 3 guards down on our end of the camp, and we were all airlifted out of there.
How did you manage that?
Well, I couldn't take it any longer, so I found a way. And we all find a way, I suppose. But I found that little stone that he had used to cut his ties. And it was in the dirt. It was right under my feet. And I found it and cut myself free.
It's funny.
How's that?
It's just, you know, the 2 men are faced with an identical scenario. Your friend, he bit through his wrists to end his misery. And you, on the other hand, slit throats.
He wasn't my friend, no. He was the one who surrendered us. And he died of guilt. A Judas.
I see. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I think it's time for your medicine. We're gonna take it slow, okay? Some aspirin, low-dose Lipitor, and an antidepressant.
Antidepressant?
Well, you know, sufferers of dementia can be prone to depression, can even have suicidal thoughts. So, you know, given your past, I don't want to take any chances with my prize.
Your prize?
Good boy.
So I'm a dog now?
You're gonna be a sleepy little puppy. Let's get you up to bed, okay? Here you go. go.
Well, you want to be my nurse, too.
She sleeps with you.
Keeps my feet warm. Makes an old man less lonely.
No.
No?
It's just not safe for either one of you. I'll just keep her outside with me, okay?
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Let me guess. That was work.
I can't take any more time off, okay? So we'll have to say goodbye and drive back tomorrow night, okay?
Leaving now?
Look, I don't have a choice.
Well, it's my vacation and I want to stay.
Okay.
If it were you, would you want me to stay?
Look, if you want to stay, you can stay, okay? I'm not gonna stop you. It's just, I don't want you to get too attached, okay?
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Richard Hendricks. I am a war criminal. I have witnessed and participated in the murder of innocent women and children at the urging of my country, the United States of America.
Oh, God damn it. Michelle!
George? Do you remember hurting your cat?
I wouldn't do this. You had a knife.
No, George. It's my fault. We tried too aggressive a regimen. I asked you to speak about things you weren't comfortable talking about. Let's forego the antidepressants until you really need them, until you stop with the sleepwalking.
I don't fucking sleepwalk.
George, when you get upset, your blood pressure rises. It is not good for your health, George.
Hello.
I brought bagels. Holy shit!
Okay, Dad, are you okay?
Don't go in there, Shelby.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Everyone, please use calmer voices. He's upset enough about his episode.
This is so gross.
We have to be able to forgive him when he acts out of character.
You think I did this?
There is blood all over your shirt.
Why is he still wearing that?
She's gonna kill me.
Okay, you know what? Yesterday, you thought Shelby was trying to steal from you. Today, Michelle's trying to kill you. Last night, it was the fucking cat. Did it ever occur to you that maybe you just lost control?
You wouldn't know a killer if you stared one in the face.
All right, enough.
We're lucky, okay? It could have been much worse than this.
Grandpa?
I'm coming.
You need help getting that off?
You okay?
I was just lost for a moment.
I know the feeling.
Sorry about my dad. He hasn't been himself since all this.
I built this house. You know that?
Dad told me. It's beautiful.
But this house existed for many years before I actually built it. See, I designed this house in my mind when I was in the POW camp. It was a way to manage pain, and it saved my life. I don't think I could have held on to my sanity without it. But I thought about every little detail. I drew up the blueprint, and I picked out every board in it, board by board, and nail by nail by nail. And sometimes I'd tear out an entire wall because I didn't like the way it was going or how fast I was going. You see, I knew what I faced when I finished it. And that's how I survived. In my weakest moment, before I built the house, I looked down at my hand, see, and it came to me. I remembered my brother soldiers and the promise we'd made to each other. It was fight, fuck, or die. FFD. You asked before what that meant. Well, that's what it means.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Shelby, will you help Michelle bury the cat?
Oh, I'll bury her.
No, Shelby.
I'm gonna
Michelle.
get these sheets out of here.
I'm sorry I blew up back there.
No, don't be.
So I came to say goodbye.
I'm looking for the laundry room.
Oh, it's right around the corner.
Oh, you scared me.
Sorry.
Fuck. My mom would flip out if she knew about this.
My mom died when I was very young. I was an orphan.
I'm sorry.
You're very fortunate.
I don't know about that. Should we say something?
All the pain we feel when alive disappears when we die. After what she went through, she's lucky she didn't survive.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on them.
You know, you're very attached to your grandfather for not having ever known him.
Look, I know this is tough on you, all right? It's tough on all of us. Shelby, get your stuff. We're leaving.
Those are your grandfather's.
I'm sorry, Grandpa.
It isn't his fault. He has a right to hate me.
He doesn't hate you.
Why don't you come back tomorrow? He needs his rest now.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I know it was a bit upsetting.
That's an understatement.
It's just you and me, George. Are you afraid of me, George?
I was watching that.
Look, I know you're pissed off at me because I'm leaving, but unless I want to look for a new job, I have to go.
He's your father. He needs someone here.
And that's why we hired the nurse.
Well, I guess we're all set, as long as you don't have to be personally involved.
Okay, that's not fair.
Besides, I'm starting to think she's a little fucking weird.
You're the one that wanted to hire her. What, you want me to fire her now?
I don't know what I want.
Look, I know you think that he's like this sweet old man, but he was something entirely different to your grandmother and me.
I wouldn't know.
He was abusive and he was a drunk.
Again, I wouldn't know.
He came home one night and he was especially wasted. And he was hungry. And when he found out that there were no leftovers, he beat my mother so badly that she had to take a week off from work just to let the bruises heal. Okay? Over leftovers. It's a hard thing to forgive.
Don't you think he's trying to change?
Yeah, look, I know he's trying to change, okay? And he's gotten sober, and I've tried to forgive him, okay? And I've tried to reconnect with him over the years.
Because of Mom.
Yeah, because of Mom. I mean, she's a fixer, you know that? Look, we were really young when we had you, okay? I mean, I was your age, and we didn't know the first thing about parenting, and so she reached out to them for support.
He told me he was a terrible father to you.
What is that?
Grandma's.
He gave that to you? I just don't want to see you let down, that's all.
I know.
Okay. I'll only be a couple hours away, all right?
I'll be fine, Dad.
And I'm coming back this weekend. Oh, before I forget, key to the house.
I love you.
I love you too.
Sam. Sam, it's George. Listen, Sam, you gotta come over here. She's been...
Yeah, you're lucky I can't sleep.
What are you doing?
Well, I couldn't sleep. I just thought I'd call
It's the middle of the
Sam.
night.
I'm calling Sam.
Sam, hey, I know you mean well, but George really needs his sleep.
I'm sorry, I understand. I get calls anytime.
Good night.
Day or night from George.
Let me help you. What is this? Are you having trouble remembering?
Yes.
You're having... How's your head? Is your head hurting?
Yes, it hurts.
Oh, no. Let me go get your blood thinner. Then again, if you're not having a stroke, the thinner will liquefy the blood cells in your brain and you'll hemorrhage. Remember that word you used? Was it Jello eater?
What do you want from me, money?
Don't be so pathetic. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You're a monster. You know it. You tell me now. Tell me that you're a monster. Fight me. Come on, fight me. You're a good little soldier, aren't you? Morning.
Hey, just me today. Is everything okay?
Huh?
You have a bruise.
Oh, George just bumped into me as I was helping him up the stairs.
Is he okay?
He's not doing that well. Where's your dad?
He went to work. He'll be back on the weekend.
Well, George is really drained from all the excitement the last few days. I'd really like to give him a solid day of rest if you don't mind.
Okay, well, I can come in and read him a book or something.
That wouldn't exactly be a day of rest, would it?
Can I at least sit inside? I don't really have much else to do.
Go wait somewhere else. I'm sorry. It's just, it would be really distracting for him. I'll give you a call when he's feeling better, okay?
Okay.
He's very lucky to have you.
Okay.
Quite persistent, isn't she? I feel sorry for her. She clearly doesn't know you at all. Doesn't know how you'll contaminate her. How you contaminate everything around you, George. We don't have much more time. Let's get started.
We all know that we're here to not just celebrate those of us who made it back home, but for those of us who did not. The Purple Heart represents the spirit of the soldier, doesn't it? It's the symbol of the self-sacrifice that we all endure in the name of this God-fearing country which we are honored and blessed to call home.
How's the boy? George?
Yeah.
How's the boy?
He's fine, I guess. You seen her before?
That's Hendrix's wife.
What's she doing here?
I assume she's here to accept that Purple Heart.
Is that right? Everybody gets one now. Well, I'm going to introduce myself.
Why?
Well, because she should know.
Do I know you?
No, not yet.
Phone call on line 3.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hope you plan on purchasing that dowel.
Yes.
You do? Okay, great. Can I make sure we ring her for the dowel, please? Is there anything else we can help you with?
No, thank you.
Okay.
It's $27.50. Do you want that in the bag too?
Yes, thank you.
Can I help you?
Oh, no thanks. Just looking.
Jerry, it's Dad. Now listen, this craziness has got to stop. That nurse you hired for me is fucking nuts. Oh, Jerry. Jerry. This bitterness between us, I can't take it anymore. All right. Oh, yes, all right. I was a terrible father to you, and I know that now. But if that daughter of yours shows me anything, it's that you're a great father. I want to be part of your family. I want another chance. And I want my son back, Georgie. But first things first, that woman has got to go.
Hey, George!
Sam!
Are you following me?
What is this place? Who is Miss Hendricks?
I used to live here before I started taking care of your grandfather. And if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to him.
I want to see him.
Yeah? When he feels better.
Fuck!
We haven't officially met. I'm Sam, a friend of George's.
Hi.
Yeah, I was hoping we could talk for a minute.
Of course. Can I get you guys something to drink?
Oh, fuck you.
All right, George. All right, we don't need any of that. We're all gonna just sit down, have a nice little chat, and get to the bottom of this. As you can see, Michelle, George here is quite upset.
Yes. Well, Sam, have you ever dealt with anyone who's suffering from dementia?
My mother, God rest her soul.
Then you understand. You understand that sufferers of dementia are prone to wandering and can unknowingly put themselves in difficult situations, dangerous situations. They can be depressed, even suicidal, paranoid. Sam, that's why we had to lock George in, his family and I.
Yes, we had ourselves quite a little adventure getting old George out of his room.
And as you can see, he's already hurt himself. So I am just trying to prevent that from happening again.
You know, my father told me some details about some very disturbing hallucinations my mother had. She cut her arm damn near to the bone before he could get the knife away from her. Poor woman. It unsettled my father to no end, and he was not a man of many fears.
That's just awful.
What the hell is going on here?
Hey, buddy, I know you don't like it, but you're going through a very difficult time. Listen to the old medic, it'll get better.
You said you were gonna help me. I want her out of this house now.
George, what you need is a dose of good old St. John's wort. It'll do wonders for your attitude.
That's not necessary.
Oh, let's just see what we've got.
Sam, I don't want to over-medicate him.
Statins, aspirin.
Sam, why don't we just all go and sit over there and we can all talk about everything over there?
Recombinant factor? This is a coagulant. They give this to wounded soldiers, for Christ's sake.
Stop! No!
You did this, George! Everything around you dies, George! How about some liquid courage, George? This will make you a little bit more pliable. Oh, come on. Come on, you know you want this.
Hey girl, you need a hand?
I'm fine.
But you look like you're having a little bit of trouble there.
Well, I'm not. Almost done, okay? Am I interfering with your day somehow?
No. Everything's good. If you need me, be right in there, inside those doors, sitting down. I'm Larry.
I'm sorry. I'm having a really shitty day. You work here?
Hells yeah. I run this little bit of paradise.
There is something you could help me with.
Boom. You know, I didn't even know that lady had friends. I figured she was Canadian or something. What kind of accident was she in?
Oh, just a car accident. She'll be fine. She'll be back in a few days, I'm sure.
Cool. Yeah, I wasn't worried. What are you looking for, by the way?
Clothes and personal stuff.
Oh, good luck. I looked through here a couple days ago. I didn't find nothing personal. Hey, sir, I'll be there in a second. There's a guy, and I'm not supposed to leave you here alone, but, I mean, there's nothing to steal, so if I'm not back before you leave, just close the door. It'll lock on itself.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Oh, also, I get off in 2 hours. I got one hitter if you want to get high.
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Suit yourself. All right! Find what you're looking for?
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Don't feed on me now, George. Come on. We're gonna play another memory game. Do you recognize what I'm doing to you? Do you remember this?
What do you do, Sam?
Answer me! Is this familiar to you?
Vietnam, they did this to me all the same. They broke us with ropes and sticks.
Yeah, but you made it home George. You made it. You even won an award for it.
Hi, I want to make a formal complaint on behalf of my grandfather about a nurse.
Was it Hollings?
No, Anderson. Michelle?
We have no nurses by the name of Michelle Anderson.
What about Hendricks?
Are you sure you're at the right hospital? Could she have worked at Cedars?
Dementia sufferers are prone to wandering. You need to stay calm, George. You could give yourself another stroke. And we don't want that. We have way too much to do. Breathe in with me. Breathe in. And now slowly exhale. Yeah? Was it, starting with the little bits first? Was that? Oh. Which one, George? Which one? Is it this one?
What do you want?
What do I want? What do I want? I have what I want, George. I have been looking for you for years. You made me like this.
Who are you?
Rose Hendricks was my mother. This was hers.
Hendricks.
You know the name.
I don't know what you think I did, but you got the wrong guy.
No. Not this time. Your tattoo, your scars, they leave an impression on a young mind.
Grandpa!
Oh, you really care about her, don't you?
She's got nothing to do with us. Don't you touch her.
I know you're in there. I hear you.
I watched my mother be torn apart piece by piece, George. You keep your mouth shut, or you'll force me to kill her.
Jesus.
Put it down. Put it down.
What did you do with my grandfather?
He's getting what's been coming to him.
That necklace. It wasn't my grandmother's, was it?
Drop it.
You don't know much about guns, do you?
I know enough. Put it down.
That's a single-shot rifle. It's a classic. Try it. Pull the trigger. Yeah.
I was there. I was under the bed. I saw everything. I was 6 years old. Murderers shouldn't let their picture be published in the newspaper, George.
Did you know they gave him a medal? Your father, that gutless wonder, the Purple Heart. I found your mother at the ceremony and I followed her. I couldn't live with the idea. She thought he died a hero. I had to make sure she knew what a coward he was and how much he cost us. At first, I was just gonna have a little fun with it, you know, have a little fun, but I couldn't stop. No, because it came back to me. It all came back. Somebody had to pay, I knew that. You have to pay for these things, you know, so she paid for him. I'm gonna destroy you. She didn't hurt you.
What did you do?
Oh,
You did those things? To her mother?
Chevy.
Stay away from me!
Chevy.
You did this!
Hello?
Daddy?
Oh my God, Dad. What happened to him? What happened to him?
I don't know.
Where's his blood thinner? Shelby? Shelby, call 911, okay? Shelby, call 911!
I already did.
Okay, hang in there, Dad. Okay? Help's coming, all right?
I called.
you.